who entrusted upon me the responsibility of introducing the alumni guest of the day, Dr. Rakesh Kumar, who received his Master's in Science in Inorganic Chemistry from this very university in 1977. Was awarded PhD from the Host University in 1982, thesis entitled Synthesis and Reactions of Biologically Important Organotellurium Compounds. Dr. Kumar has served as a senior chemist for 2 years in MS Windows Glass Private Limited, a sister concern of Borosil, before retiring from CSIR, CGCRI and CSIR IITR, Lucknow, after having served for 32 years from 82 to 16, and also served as an associate professor at ACSIR during his tenure. More than 30 research publications in journals of national and international repute, has authored 5 book chapters. Dr. Kumar is a NABL assessor since 2005 and has successfully assessed more than 400 assessments and delivered a number of lectures for various government organizations on ISO, IEC, quality assurance, quality control, etc. I humbly take this opportunity to graciously invite Dr. R. Kumar to deliver his lecture on tech tips for using reference materials for environmental analysis. Dr. Kumar, the stage is all yours now.
Thank you, Professor Misra, for giving this opportunity to deliver a lecture on very simple topic. That is reference material. It is not for the teachers, not for the alumni, but also it is only for the students either doing PhD or doing the MSc. I do not know that what people are doing that mostly PhD scholars are doing by seeing their confidence on their faces. So I say that it's very simple. I was a lead assessor and a year and I still doing the work, and I found that chemists are very important in all the organization. And I say that one lady is a housewife as well as a chemist, so she has a more responsibility by doing the maintaining the quality of the food as well as quality of the result. So with this, I would like to start with a simple topic. Tech tips means technical tips, which is required. How to prepare, what is to be taken, and how it should be dissolved, and how you can maintain the confidence on concentration of the analyte dissolved in the solutions. So it's a very easy to maintain in the aqueous phase, but if you are doing any organics one, that creates a lot of problems. So I will discuss all those things, and I say that without standards, the society may not exist. I think that in our age, there was always saying that, "Beta ऐसे बन जाओ, बड़े भाई तरह बन जाओ, या जवाहरलाल नेहरू तरह बन जाओ, वो बन जाओ." But now I have not seen anyone to give the standards to any of the word of the parents. So standard is very important in all the field, particularly the chemistry people. Either you are a research scholar, or you are a scientist, or you are a analyst. Everywhere when you are doing the quantification, it is a very important part. So introduction into chemistry is very simple one. Question to the answer: how much the substance X is in the sample? Does the sample contain substance X? First of all, you have to find out whether X is available or not. If available, then what is the identity of the substance in the sample, and how can interest of a specification separated from the matrix? The small quantity can be there. You will have to separate it. Then you will have to find out the value. And suppose you have find out the cyanide, either it is a potassium cyanide or sodium cyanide, because toxicity of the both one is the different one. So the duty of the chemist to do that and to find out the things. So analytical chemistry includes any aspects of the chemical characterization of the sample material, quantitation, detection, identification and separation. All the things is required. Just I say that if the 10 potato chips, can you believe that it will be accommodated in this hall? Uncle chips? Not. But 10 potato chips containing a pinch of salt, that is the ppb level, that is the 10 ppb. The chemist had to get it separated, removing the unwanted material, then going to be quantified, identified and quantify that particular material. So just you see that how much chemists have to take the pain to just identify, separate it, clean it, identify and quantify the state point. All the times जब हम लोग छोटे हुआ करते हैं तो हमारी लंबाई हमेशा घटती बढ़ती रहती थी. The reason was that scale was not correct. Without taking one beta, हमारी लंबाई 2 दिन में 2 इंच बढ़ जाती है. So the reason is that scale was not good. Now that everything is required to be calibrated. Have you heard the name calibration? Everywhere it is required. So calibration gives the confidence in that one. हमारे टाइम में जब हम मेल्टिंग पॉइंट निकालते थे तो किसी थर्मामीटर से 105 निकला और किसी से 104 निकल गया. कंपाउंड क्या मतलब हमारा रखे रखे इम्प्योर हो गया या क्या हो गया. But the thing is that the thermometer was not properly calibrated. We believe that yes, okay, 104, 105 is okay, but now we cannot say. We can say that 105 is the correct one, and we have to get it confirmed. So quality is a, when we are talking that one, quality is a consistent accuracy and precision is the most important. Whenever you are doing any quantification, you require to find out the accuracy and precision. So and the result should be the first time and every time. Whenever it is going to be done, once you have done, next time it will be the same one with a slight variations. And that variations will consider with another terminology. Can anybody say that if the value is changing with something from 10 to 10.5, what do you call it? Whenever you are quantifying anything, there is a word uncertainty. So uncertainty, your value should always fall within the range of the uncertainty. So uncertainty, the range. I will just briefly give that one. So the quality of work is depend upon the reliability of the result. Whatever you are giving, this is the reliable one. So just you see that whenever you are doing that, the true value is the given the red one. हेल्प करेंगे क्या थोड़ा सा ऐसा होगा. So just you see that this is the true value. And nobody can say about the true value. When true value is not known, so whatever the observed value, the difference of the two one is supposed to be error. But error you cannot find out. So what happens that when you are going to measure the values in this one x, you have to find out the x plus u and x plus minus u. Means uncertainty. Uncertainty will be the two range. One is the additional one and another is the subtracting that one. So this total range is supposed to be that your uncertainty range. So whenever it is going to be repeated anytime, anywhere, any place, so the result should be fallen in between one, and you can say that your true value should be fallen always within the range. So just you see that there is a certainty and risk is there than uncertainty. So you have to find out the certainty of your work, either the standards or your capability or your instrument, whatever. You will have to find out the certainty, and the certainty gives the it is that managerial control. Managerial means your organization where you are working. You will have to they will have to take the care about the certainty of that one. So whenever the certainty is high, uncertainty is very low. You have a certainty having a car to move from one place to other one. You are knowing that it will take speed. You are knowing that uncertainty will be there, and you can calculate within 5 or 10 minutes. You can say. But if you are having something else you are not knowing, and without taking any vehicle, if you are moving, then certainly your uncertainty is very high. So for certainty you have to, for finding out the uncertainty, you have to ascertain that whatever you are doing, either you are in standards or you are going the methods, that should be your, you have to certain that it's work correctly. So following methods or techniques are going to be, ये सारे चीजें आप लोग अपना देखते होंगे, जहाँ भी करना होगा यही these are the things by that you can do the quantification. Except grammatically, everything required some references. By comparing with those ones, you can find out the value. So grammatically is the only one where you are using only one standard, that is a calibrated weight, calibrated balance. So by that you can find out the weight. But for other, either volumetric or potentiometric or colorimetric or spectrophotometric, whatever you are using, you will have to put up some standards to find out the linearity, or you can say the calibration of the equipment. By that you can find out the result. So just you see that the number of methods is given there, and I could not get the after 2005, but the point is that one, that earlier the grammatic was very high, and that is a conventional method than other one. Now the mass spectrophotometer is very in use, and due to the computer we have the very good equipments coupled with the mass, or you can say the GC-MSMS, LC-MSMS, so many one. By that you can find out the value at the PPB level or PPT level. So every measuring instrument is subjected to the aging as a result of mechanical, chemical or thermal stress, and thus deliver the measured value that changes over time. This cannot be prevented, but it can be detected in good time by calibration and intermediate checks. आप यहाँ पे अगर मान लीजिए वेइंग मशीन या ब्लड प्रेशर नापने की मशीन है, अगर आपको कभी लगता है कि वैल्यू आपकी गलत आ रही, either you are sick or your equipment is not working, then what is, how you are doing to check that? By taking the blood pressure of the another one. If that value is correct, then certainly you have the problem. If the value is changed, then certainly that equipment is not working. That is the very simple example for the intermediate checks of the equipment using in the day-to-day life. So these are the earlier that number. Still I am saying that tola. We are saying that 1 tola we are taking the gold, not tola. Tola is 11.664 gram, and we are taking only 10 grams. So 10 grams is not a tola. We just say the tola. And there is a number of things which is now converted to the simple SI units, and that hierarchy is that one. When you are going to take any units, either in meter or weight or the time, seconds, whatever, so you have to see that should be traceable to the higher one. That is your first one is the primary one, is standards, which is traceable to the BIPM. That is the top one. The second one is the secondary standard, which is available in India, is the NMI, National Meteorological Institute of India, is your NPL. So the NPL is sending that their weight marks or the meter to the BIPM to get it calibrated, and uncertainty is again there. Without uncertainty, one cannot do any measurement. So after secondary standard, that will come to the working standards, that calibration laboratories are sending their weight marks or whatever to the NPL and going to be calibrated. So the traceability is established up to the BIPM. And traceability is such a word which I say that it was in our society also. When someone, parents of the girl side visited to the boys side, first question was, what is your name, where you are belonging, and which village and district belongs. After that, that boy side is asking the same question. The traceability is established, then marriage is going to be done. So traceability is a very common terminology in the society also, as well as when we are doing any analytical work, traceability is very important. We cannot do anything without fixing the traceability. So this is methodological chemistry covers that one, the uncertainty, traceability, then validation and verification of the method, intel laboratory completion, and the use of CRM. So now we are concerning with the use of CRM or the reference material. So just to see that earlier the parents sending their wards to the Gurukul to get the training and other things where they are maintaining the accuracy, reliability of the Sisya, and traceability, purity, capability, and stability. Stability means with the different temperature, like the environmental temperature, Jada, Garmi, Barsat. Then availability. Availability means whenever the society wants for the different works, they are going to send that Gurukul head of that is sending to that society for those students to serve that one. The same way that CRMs is also the CRM or reference material should be maintained with the accuracy, purity, chemical compatibility. When they are going to mix with each other, either they are going to interfere that one or not. So that is required. Stability, stable at what temperature, and availability, easily available. If it's available with you or not, it is available in the USA and you are not in position to detect to use that one. So no use of saying that I am using the CRMs. Documentation, proper records available for the purity, expiry, and storage condition. Everything is to be documentation, and traceability. How they are traceable with the BIPS. So it should be maintained with the each of the reference material. So measurement units should be coordinated with SI units always, that is the mole. The mole, you are knowing that mole is the amount of substance of a system which contains as many element entities as there are atoms of 0.012 kg of carbon per. Traceability, I have already told the property of the result of the measurement or the value of the standard, whereby it can be related to the stated references, usually national and international standards, through an unbroken chain of the comparison, all having the stated uncertainty. The uncertainty is going to be added. So at the last the uncertainty should be combined together and say that this is the uncertainty in the particular methods or particular instrument, whatever. So these are the units of the standards, that is length, time, electric current, temperature, luminosity, and mass. So these are the 4 to 6. There was 1 you missing. So total 7 is there. And just to see that whenever that NPL is sending to the EIPM to that your standards of the different units, they are in the uncertainty. Just to see the right side of that one, uncertainty is given. So this uncertainty is going to be added with the when they are going to calibrate to the second you are not calibration laboratories. So uncertainty should be added so that you can say that traceability is going to be established with the your BIPM standards. So just you see that, just I have shown that one. Just you see, this is the kilogram available at BIPM, and the secondary standard which are available in that NPL, that is that prototype of. It is to be calibrated by this one. Then they are going to send to the. These are going to be compared with the standards available for the calibration laboratories, and they are having the uncertainty also. So ultimately, the standards are going to be used for the calibration of the 4 your balance, and there you can say that they are compatible to each other by using the same standard which are traceable to the top one. So grammatically you know that what is the grammatically, how you can written. I am not going to give explanation that one. The question is that normally we are going to ask that at what balance you have used. So there is a rule that whenever you are using the 4th place balance, you cannot weigh less than 10 milligrams. And if you are going to use the 5th place balance, you can weigh up to the 1 milligram. If you are using the 6th place balance, you can use up to the 0.1 milligrams. So if one is having the 4th place balance and saying that I am weighing the 5 milligrams, it is not correct. It should be the 5th place balance. So it is given that one, have the list count is given there, and multiply by thousands, you will get the actual weight by that. Minimum should be weighed on that one. If you are using the one of the container, and container is having that weight something, and you are not going to tear that, then you can do the weighing less than 10 milligrams. But if you are tearing that one, you cannot weigh less than 10 milligrams. So whenever you are using any reference material or standards, you must have the MSDS, that is the material safety data sheet that contains about 16 points that will give the first aid requirement, toxicity, storage conditions, and handling and storage, whatever that, fighting measures, what is required, and that is your the COA, Certificate of Analysis, where it is given the purity, expiry of that one, and storage conditions. So these two things are required always for when we are using the standard reference material. So dramatic analysis, I am not going to discuss these things, just to come to this point. This is that strength of solution is expressed in the percentage, molality, normality, parts per million, parts per billion, parts per billion. These are the concentration, not the absolute quantity. I'm just saying a very simple example that if I'm going to ask how much quantity of the 1 ppm will spike in the 10 gram of the wheat flour to get the 10 ppb concentration, how much we will add. So most of the chemists are confused. Sir 10 ppb डाल दूंगा, 10 ppb डाल दोगे तो 1 ppm का स्टैंडर्ड 10 ppb क्या डाल दोगे? ppb is a concentration, not the absolute quantity. But in that case, you have to find out the absolute quantity, then spike it. So these are the basic things. And I say my dear students that whenever you are moving to that any organization, either in the research, other quality assurance or any laboratories, you must remember these are the basic chemistry is required. Without basic chemistry, you cannot move anywhere. जैसे कहते हैं बच्चे को अगर टेबल ही नहीं आती है तो क्या करेगा? All the time कैलकुलेटर से काम नहीं बनता. So you must understand everything, the basic is required, which you have studied during the graduation and post-graduation. So melting concentration is the amount of solute divided by amount of solutions, that should be weight by volume or weight by weight. So normality, the number of equivalent of the solute dissolved in the liter of solution, is called the normality. So n is equal to gram equivalent weight. How you will find out the gram equivalent weight? Weight divided by equivalent weight. So you will get the, and whatever the solution you are going to dissolve, it should be in the liter. If you do that one, you can find out the normality. And normality is the molarity into number of ionizable hydrogen or hydroxyl ion. Just you see that example is given there. 2 MsCl and is the having that 1H, so it is multiplied by 1, so it will be the 2 NaCl. Just you see the 0.1 m acetic acid, it should be again multiplied by 1, it should be the 0.1 N-hexanothane. Now you come to the third one, 0.3 molar phosphoric acid. How much hydrogen is here? 3. So it will be multiplied by 0.3 n into 3, that will be the 0.9 n. So how to convert molarity to normality in the case of acid and base? So you can do by this one. So now come to the other one, molarity. Concentration is usually expressed in terms of molarity, moles of solute divided by liter of solution. That is the mole, molarity. And it can be done that is your solution is the liter. What is the difference between molarity and molality? Any student can tell? What is the difference between molarity and molality? एक में तो खाते हैं, एक में सीधा बोलते हैं. मोलारिटी और मोलारिटी में क्या फर्क है? बहुत छोटी चीज है, लेकिन नॉर्मली हम सब मिस कर जाते हैं. And then that mass of solute divided mass of solvent in kg, not the solution. It's the solvent. That solvent should be in the kg. The molarity is always in moles per kg, not in per liter. So it will be the, an example is given, the sea water contains 0.47 moles of dissolved sodium per kilogram of water. We can therefore describe the sea water as a 0.47 molar solution. And molar solution is normally going to be used in the solution study. where the vapor pressure and the temperature is going to be considered. In that case, molality is normally not going to be changed due to change of temperature or changing very slightly, because weight is never to be changed with the temperature, but volume will change. So whenever you are talking about the normality or molality, it will be changed with the temperature, but molality will not change. So grading of standards. Why I taken that one? This is the LR. आपने नाम सुना होगा, LR बहुत यूज होता है laboratory reagents. So that purity is equal to 95 or more than 95%. The exact level of the impurities are not necessarily specified, but generally are not excessive. But it is going to be used in the laboratory for the precursor or laboratory reagent. But better is that, and that is only for the teaching institute and where the training is going to be done, not considering the quality control. Second is coming to the AR grade. Meet the specification of the American Chemical Society Committee on Analytical Reagent. It will be denoted by AR or ACS, ACS American Chemical Society. So trace impurity are restricted to the lowest possible limit for high precision. Whatever that they are going to be, that precision is to be controlled. Do you know what is the precision? Anybody can say what is the precision? Have you any example for the precision in your MSc? If you are doing the titration of anything, you are titrating the standard to the 3 times, on the sample 3 times, and getting the mean value. You are not going to change the chemist or the students, not going to change the solutions. So that is the procedure, by that you can find out the precision. Then third one is the reference material. Reference material characterized by the methodological varied procedure for one or more specified property, accompanied by a certificate that provides the value of the specific properties. That is reference material. But reference material has the only the specific value for the particular properties, but there is no uncertainty. Because one thing, as I told you, that one value given by anyone is never to be the same one. When you are going to change the chemist, change the method, whatever, and even change the date. If the same chemist repeating the same thing on the next day or third day, so that value will change. So that should come within the uncertainty. If the uncertainty is there, so that is coming with the reference material with the uncertainty. If uncertainty is given there, and it is not accredited by the 17034, it is accreditation body or the ISO 34. Accreditation body means there is some system, you have to adopt that one. And another thing, there will be the visit of the inspection to find out either they are doing something wrong or correct. So that accreditation gives the confidence, and if it is the 17034, certainly that is called as a CR, certified reference material, with the value with the uncertainty. So these are the standards. That is the primary standard. It has a certain properties, extremely pure, sodium carbonate and TSP, highly stable and can be weighed easily. That molecular weight should be high, so that you can weigh easily. Whenever you are doing that one, can you tell me that what will be the maximum moisture in the sodium carbonate? It may go to 20%. So it is required to be heated before going to weigh. And normally when I am asking the question to the laboratory, they are saying 105, sometimes 120. No, it is the 250 temperature and 4 hours is required, and then putting in the desiccator. Can you tell me that why the desiccating agent is that blue in color in the your silica gel? Anybody can tell? Why is blue in color? Silica gel, I have never seen that blue in color. The student, I am asking, not to the teachers. Please tell me. It is coated with the cobalt chloride and it is indicator. And due to that, if it is a blue color, then certainly is COCl2. If it is the water absorbed, then it is pink in color. So you have to remove by reheating that one. So the different temperature and different time is required. It is a specific one, but whenever you are doing any weighing, you have to preheat to remove the moisture, because moisture is having a lot of effect on the purity. So the secondary standard has a certain properties, less pure than primary standard, less stable than primary standard, cannot be weighed easily. That is NaOH and HCl. So these are secondary. How you can do the standardization of NaOH? NaOH का standardization कैसे करोगे आप लोग? Because it's secondary standard. सर कुछ बोलो तो आप लोग, हम भी यहीं के स्टूडेंट रहे हैं, कोई बाहर से नहीं है। कौन सा स्टैंडर्ड यूज करेंगे? ऑर्गेनिक एसिड, उसका सीआरएम होगा, आरएम होगा, क्या होगा? एनीवे, आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग दैट वन, दैट्स द पीएचपी, पोटेशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड. That is very good CRM available in the market. You can use it and you can get the correct values. So the primary standards fulfill that it must be available in the high pure state, it must be easily soluble in desired solvent, it must not suffer decomposition in presence of solvent. घोलने के बाद उसको डिकम्पोज नहीं करना, then otherwise it is not a primary standard. It must be stable in and unaffected by air. Air से इसको affect नहीं होना है. Its composition must not change on keeping. So these are the things which is from primary standard. Primary standards may be available in heat, maybe the single component solutions getting dissolved in the sum of the solvents and giving that single component solutions with the some concentration, and mixed component solution. Pure material dissolved in the specific solvents and going to mix for the each one and have saying to that it is containing the 12 or 20 or 25 component together, but they are all not going to be interfere with each other. So these are the three ways by that you can get the primary standards. That standards are the two types, that is that reference material and certified reference material. Before that I am asking one question. How you will come to know that it is a primary standard or secondary standard in the laboratory? Very simple question I am asking, that how you can say that it is a primary standard or secondary standard? Secondary standards, if you see that the value is given, it should be more than 95%. And if it is the primary standard, it's always given the 98.5% load. So if it is the secondary standards, you will have to see by the certificate or by the level, then you will have to do. No problem. मेरी आवाज़ बहुत तेज है, कौन सा यूज आवाज़? कौन सा यूज आवाज़? सोने वाले सो नहीं सकते हैं मेरी आवाज़ के साथ. So in this way, you can find out the primary secondary standard. Okay, so by just saying the COA, certificate of analysis, you can find out the primary secondary standard. So this is the reference material where one or more properties, whose properties are where are sufficiently homogeneous and well established to be used for the calibration of the apparatus. The assessment of measuring methods or the assigning the value of the material is the called as a reference material. But when reference material along with this certified value, they are having the uncertainty. Then what the uncertainty means plus minus whenever you are doing anywhere, your result will be considered to be the same or within that range. So these standards may be the need. And even it will be the available with the matrix. If you are going to mix some of the metal or some of the organics in the matrix, the response on the instrument will be either suppressed or enhanced. So that can be checked by having the CRM, certified reference material of the particular analytes in the matrix. So these are the certificate primary standards as RM with the uncertainty, and if it is not 17024, then it is still reference material, not the CRM. And if the provider or the manufacturer of that one is having the uncertainty along 17034, then certainly they are the CRM. So this is another one, primary standard as RM without uncertainty. This is your primary standard as CRM, because just you see, and it is just slightly, you just see that it is given that what guide 34, it is traceable to that one, and you can say that that whenever you are doing, your value should be fallen within that range. So this is the another one, it is the magnesium. Then this is secondary standards. because the value is given to be here and essay given to be the 98.8 to 101.5. Although that bottle was going to be estimated by the someone and saying some value, but it is not the primary standard, secondary standards. So this is the secondary standard again. So National Medical Institutes, normally we are asking that what is the traceability of the standards. Everybody is saying that is the NIST. NIST is only for the your USA, but it is purchased from the Germany, so it should be the PTD. And if it is purchased from India, it should be that Indian one is there, NPL is there, National Physical Laboratory. So NMI of India is the NPL. So reference material must be characterized, homogeneous, stable under specific condition of storage, certified and traceable to the NIST or other certifying agency standards, used for no other purpose than calibration. Whenever you are using the CRM, they are supposed to be used only for the calibration of the equipment, means trying the linearity of the equipment, not for other purpose like that verification of method or quality control. For that you can use only the reference material, not the CRM. So check working standard regularly against the reference standards. Store carefully with the proper labeling. कई जगह पे क्या होता है कि सब कुछ स्टोर किया हुआ बाद में निकाला तो पता लेबलिंग आएगा. So what they use, and there is no way in the chemistry to find out what is there. जब तक आपका लेबल तब तक पता है क्या, उसके बाद उसकी आइडेंटिटी खत्म. So these are available in this form, either in the bottles or the small bottle or the ampoules sealed in the solution form that is available in the ampoules. So the selection of the CRM is based on the material of interest, analysis of interest, analysis of concentration level, homogeneity, stability and shelf life, quantity of the CRM and health and safety. These are the things to be considered when you are selecting that CRM. This CRM is required. So the procurement of this may be the two types, inorganic and organics. May be the solid or liquid in solution forms. If solution form, then it may be the aqueous or organics. Just to see, after getting that one, how to store, the word is given ambient temperature. And in our country, ambient temperature is started from 4 degree to 45 or 50 degree temperature. So you cannot say. So for that, you have to establish the temperature. Normally, it should be 25. What is the temperature required for the laboratory? And anybody can say that. What is required? I'm not saying what is going to be done here. What temperature required? It should be 27, because all the glassware are going to be calibrated in India at 27 degrees centigrade. So temperature is very important. So for 25 temperature, you require the BOD incubator, 25 plus minus 2, or sometimes it requires a refrigerant, and sometimes that your compound is hygroscopic, so you can use the desiccator with the your hygrometer attached with that one, so that you can find out that what is that humidity RH factor, RH value is there. So by that you can check your that humidity of that. Now this is the BOD incubator. So standards, I am talking about the organic one. So organic one is standard is the your staff primary standards, because you are going to prepare the standards and you are using that organics in the GCM SMS, LCM SMS or other one. So normally the ppm and ppp levels. So you cannot prepare the standards and ppm or ppp or ppt level. So you have to prepare at the ppm level, that the primary standard, then comes to the intermediate one, and you cannot dilute more than 100 times. I have seen so many laboratories taking 1 microliter of the solutions, adding the 999 microliter of the solvents, and saying it is sir, if the value is this one. Wrong. Normally it should never be diluted more than 100 times. And when you are using the autopipette, please recheck your that one, it is correct or not, by taking the distilled water and just weigh it on the balance and find out the mass of that. So this is the concept of the freedom stability. You know that freedom is the 10 to power minus 6. That means 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. 1 gram is 1000 milligrams. So if we say that milligram per kg is the ppm, you got 10 to the power 3 into multiply by 10 to the power 3 2 times. So 10 to the power 6 is the ppm. And if you are talking about the ppt, it is the 10 to the power minus 9. That means milligram के नीचे आप क्या हो माइक्रोग्राम. So 1 milligram is equal to 10 to the power minus 10 to the power 3 microgram. So microgram per kg is the ppm. Just visualize that one. That 10 kg means start हमने बता दिया. एक हमने आपको एग्जांपल दिया है कि 1 millimeter 1000 kilometer the 1 ppm. यहाँ से कलकत्ता 1000 kilometer है. And if you say the 1 millimeter is the 1 ppm. So just visualize that such a small quantity you have to separate it, identify it, and then quantify it. Just to see that how you prepare the standards at the ppm or ppm level. If you dissolve the 10 milligrams in 10 ml, what will be the concentration? पर अगर कितना होगा concentration क्या होगा बताइए? 10 milligram dissolved in 10 ml. What will be the concentration? 1 milligram per ml. 1 milligram is equal to the 1000 microgram. So it should be 1000 microgram per ml. That means the 1000 ppm. If you dilute it the 0.1, taking 0.1 and dissolve it the 10 ml, that will be 100 times diluted. So it will be the 10 ppm. And you take the 0.1 of that one and again make up in the 10 ml. That will be the 0.1 ppm. So from that one you will have to prepare other PPT or PPT levels standards. Now come to that one. Traceability to be maintained by having the CRM of high purity reference standards with the uncertainty, calibrated analytical balance, calibrated weight pass, calibrated thermometer, and calibrated glass layers. At what temperature you are going to dry your glassware, particularly volumetric? स्टूडेंट से पूछना किस टेम्परेचर पे आपको गर्म करते हो? जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. अरे आप बोलोगे तो हमने भी ऐसी गलतियां की बहुत सारी. गलती करके ही सीखा है. ओवन में किस टेम्परेचर पे है? कितना? 60 to 70. अभी किसी लैब में जाऊंगा कोई टेम्परेचर मिलेगा नहीं 60 70 का. सब 100 के ऊपर ही होगा. है? वही जब प्रैक्टिस में जाओ उसी में दोपहर में लगता है खाना भी गर्म करना है अपना. So consumption record of CRM and RM should be documented. Whenever you are using the CRM, you have to note down how much you have consumed, how much left. So that concentration and light solution depends. Now this is the most important. Stability of light in solutions, room temperature, volume of solvent in the solution, thermal expansion of solvent, and evaporation of solvents. When we are talking about the organic one, not for the inorganic. Inorganic is a very less instability, but organic has a lot of instability. Just to see that temperature, room temperature का 5 डिग्री का डिफरेंस हो जाएगा, so तो water में change कितना आएगा 100 का 0.105. But if you are putting in the benzene, it should be the 0.625 plus minus, and methanol में 0.55. So that can be checked. आप बोलोगे इतना कम क्यों है? कम से फर्क नहीं पड़ता. But if you are going to consider uncertainty, you have to consider all the points to add in the uncertainty of the particular matter. So trial, that is that your chemical stability and solvent evaporation control. You have to control. Even if you put up in the solution form in the benzene or the hexane or any methanol, putting in the fridge, it will evaporate. Just see that. This is the evaporation rate in ml per week per 10 ml in the fridge, not in the freezer, not in the room temperature. Just you see. If you say simple that hexane, how much it is that? It is the 0.158 ml per week. If it 10, अगर हम 10 weeks तक नहीं यूज करेंगे तो क्या होगा? 1.58 हो जाए 10 में से तो क्या होगा? I just give one example. In 92, 93, some when it come to me, asked them the standard of pesticide. I given 10 ml. So after 10 years or 5 years, he came to me asking for another amount. मैंने कहा भाई क्यों मुझसे मांग रहा? तुमने मंगाया क्यों नहीं? बोले साहब खत्म हो गया है. अब आप सोचो कि 5 साल में या 10 साल में कितना हो चुका होगा मुझे नहीं पता. And still they are using the same standards. that is the most important. If your standard is correct, your result will be correct. So the operation rate, that is that volume of the volumetric flask, the operation is always at the top of the solutions. So almost the same one the operation rate is there, but if you convert it to percentage, so lowest is the higher the volume, lower the percentage loss. So the larger volumes is required to prepare for that one. If you are choosing the different containers for that, volumetric flask, prescription bottle, glass ampoules, small vial. So when you are using the volumetric flask, then the hexane is having this loss, and if you use the prescription bottle, it is the less than that your volumetric flask. Glass ampoule and other thing can be say that is very good till you have not opened. If you break it, again you have to maintain in the some of the volumetric flask or some other containers. So the stability of the pesticide, I am taking one example, but any one is to be required by checking the different temperature in the freezer and deep freezer, that what will be the concentration, how you can maintain that one. So that reference standard of the compounds may be due to the decomposition with the oxidation, hydrolysis, isomerization, polymerization. So storage and use condition and purity should be checked periodically. Not that one, once you have done that, you have to do the intermediate checks. How you can do that? Suppose you have prepared the working standard of the 10 ppb. So after 2 or 3 months, you again prepare another one from the intermediates and take the same one and apply on the same equipment. The value should not more than 5%. So whenever for getting the confidence concentration with the period of time, you will have to prepare the standard in the volumetric flask, put the mark there and weigh it. And after 2 or 3 weeks, when you are going to reuse that one, take it out, bring it to room temperature, again weigh it. There is a loss in the weight. The loss is due to the evaporation of the solvents. So you add that solvent and bring it that level. So that will give the confidence in concentration with the time. So intermediate checks of working standards, that means periodically is required. If you have the 3 months one, after throwing the old one, you have to recheck by preparing the fresh one and comparing the two one together, and your acceptance criteria will be 5%. Certainly whatever you reported was correct. If it is beyond that one, you will have to think that why it has happened. So you have to check yourself. By doing mistakes, you will learn lot of things. So do and do not always use A grades calibrated last years. Use balance with the capability to weigh minimum 0.001 for 10 milligrams for 4 balance. Be sure about the resolution of the compound preparation of the stock solution. When you are weighing that one 10 milligram, do not make up immediately. In that case, you have to dissolve by setting that one, the small quantity of the solvents, put it overnight. Next day come and then redissolve it by shaking and then make up the volume. And one thing which is very important when you are using that volumetric flask, if you want to prepare the army solvent, add the army solvent to volumetric flask, shake it and you should check that either any leakage or not. If leakage is there, do not use that phosphorus. So we confirm that one. Put all the prepared standard solution in the fridge. Always use separate pipette for the individual one for each dialysis. Always use the rubber suction bulb. Always use fresh batch of the solvent, preferably pre-check for impurities. अगर आपको solvent यूज करना है या पानी यूज करना है तो पानी को आप चेक करो कौन से ग्रेड का वाटर यूज करना चाहिए प्रिपरेशन ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड्स. Do you know how many grade of reagent water is available? 3 grade. Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Grade 3 for the rinsing of your glassware. Grade 2 is for the reagent preparation and grade 1 for preparation of the any standards. So grade 1 has the very less your conductivity. So intermediate checks of the balance and auto pipette before doing weighing of the reference material or dispensing solution using auto pipette, and auto pipette can be checked by taking the volume in the distilled water of the particular volume and weigh it on the weighing balance. 200 microliter का कितना weight होगा distilled water? roughly बताइए कितना होगा? 200 माइक्रोलीटर का कितना ग्राम या कितना मिलीग्राम या कितने माइक्रोग्राम वेट होगा? हैं? 0.2 मिलीग्राम। कुछ कंफ्यूज कर रहे हैं। 200 माइक्रोलीटर 1 ml is equal to 1 gram. 1 ml is equal to 1000 microliter. That means 1 microliter is equal to 1 milligram. 200 microliter is equal to 200 milligram. It will be never 200 milligram. It will be the 0.196 or equal to 196 milligrams because the thermal expansion is also considered there. So do not never use plastic containers or pipette. Never use micro pipette if used. Please do intermediate checks of water pipette. Never pipette by using mouth suction. Never use expired surf like standard. Never use solvent that are already used. So put the standards separately, solvent separately for the preparation of the standards. This is the external standard and internal standard. External standard, whatever you are doing by using that standard. Internal standard, sometimes what happens that you are doing the mass. There is a bombarding of electrons, 70 electron volts. So where the fragmentation will be done. Sometimes it's 70 plus something, 70.43. So that due to that the fragmentation will be the same, but intensity will change. So for that you have to add some internal standards there, and that is normally to the radioactive standards. So which is normally not available in the samples. So that should be used. So this is the simple sand rule that using the water pipette and diluting in the using the test tube. So they are saying 99% pure practice rate use कर रहे हैं, but नीचे जो चूहे बैठे हैं वो कहते हैं do not worry, relax now. The great news, there is no spray of the pesticide in our field. He has rejected the samples saying it is adulterated. उनको पता है कुछ नहीं है. अब देखो जाला लगा हुआ है और इसमें मेकअप हो सकता है टेस्ट ट्यूब में? नहीं हो सकता. मेकअप के लिए हमेशा एक लाइन चाहिए. Volumetric flask can be used. Sometimes people are saying that I have make up the volume 20 ml. 20 ml make up नहीं किया, 20 ml dilute किया. So it's the words should be correctly used in the chemistry. So preparation of volatile organic standards like triiodotane and benzene. First half fill the volumetric flask with solvent. Never put the directly weighing on the volumetric flask on the balance, because as soon as you add it, it will evaporate. So fill with the some of the solvents where you are going to dilute it, then add that and then weigh. So that will be the correct one. Normally क्या होता है लैब में कहा सा मैंने क्या कैसे किया भाई उन्होंने बताया डाला तो हो गया उसके अंदर तो you cannot take the proper value of that one what you have added. So it is required. So when organic standards available in small vial with a small quantity, either take out small amount in weight volumetric flask or take the weight of vial along with the compound and then transfer in another volumetric flask by dissolving compound with suitable solvent minimum 3 times. 3 बार डिजॉल्व करके आपको डालना है, then ड्राई करके आप अगली वेट ले लीजिए. लेकिन कभी-कभी क्या होता है उसमें लिखा 10 milligrams. The laboratory has transferred everything and sent 10 milligram. It will be never 10 milligram. It may be the 9.4 or whatever. Because 10 milligram अगर 10.0245 लिखा होता तो मैं एक बार सोचता, but it is not that. They are just saying the 10 milligram. Another example that ampoules containing the 2000 microgram per ml and the volume is 1 ml. People feel that it is 1 ml. No, it is never 1 ml. It may be the 1.1 because it is not written that 2000 microgram per ampoule. It is written 2000 microgram per ml. So take the volume and then dilute in the another solvents. So these are the things where you feel that you are doing some mistakes. So that is main thing for making the today's lecture, that how you will think that how I will prepare the standards. और ये मैं बता दूँ आपको, ये मतलब नहीं है कि अगर आप रिसर्च लाइन में भी होंगे ना तो वहाँ भी पूछा जाएगा. और आज के पेपर एनालिटिकल में या किसी फील्ड में अगर आपने क्वान्टिफाई किया है, अनसर्टेनिटी पूछी जाए. एक अनसर्टेनिटी, देयर अनदर वर्ड इज देयर, LOD and LOQ of the methods. Limit of relation, limit of quantitation of the method क्या है? Without uncertainty, no paper is going to be accepted anywhere. If it is only simple on the quantifications. So when organic compound in solution form and available in aqueous, do not transfer completely the volumetric flux for further dilution because the volume is always more than the volume mentioned. Actually, concentration is mentioned in microgram per ml, not per ampule. Take the maximum measured volume using micropipette into another volumetric flask and make up the volume. So whenever you are diluting that one, sometimes it happens that volume is slightly raised. And how you can do that? You cannot throw. You use the nitrogen flux and pass the nitrogen to that one, concentrate it, bring the below the meniscus, and after coming to the room temperature, then make up with that solvent. You will get the correct result. So accuracy is that one, that is that now come to that these are the organics. Now come to the inorganics or aqueous one. I mean to say aqueous one. So there is not a problem, but you see that your acid should be pure and checked before going to be used for the dilution of the samples as well as the dilution of your standards. Just you see the acid line with the 2 nanogram lead in the 1 ml. If you put it on the covered with the 2 hours in the bench, it is 1.5, accepted, no problem. Uncovered for 2 hours on bench, it is 5.5, 6.2. Covered in the hood, it is 4.5. Uncovered in the hood for 3 hours is 25. Why? Why 25 and uncovered in the hood? 25 क्यों हो गया भाई? हुआ क्या कि लंच में खाना खाने के पहले आपने हॉट प्लेट को ऑफ कर दिया, बट उसका जो एग्जॉस्ट था वो चलता रहा. So dust is going to be enter in that one and wet surface was there. It is going to be absorbed there and it raise the concentration of the lead. So preparation of the blend, preparation of any standard using some of the acids is to be pre-checked before going to be prepared for the standards. So there is a loss is very less as compared to your organic solvents. Lot of loss is there, but it is very simple. But I am saying that it is a just you see after 5 years it is a very slightly up to that 1.4 ml in 125 ml. Just you see another one transpiration of the 125, that evaporation is very less. Continuation from the reagent. So we require the quart boiled acids with quart. Total आपका distillation apparatus quart का होना होगा. Why? Quart has only silica. हाँ, बस 5 minutes. Quartz का होता है, so that silica is there, so it will not going to affect. So use it that sub-boiled with the quartz apparatus. So these are the concentration. 2% nitric acid to be added to prepare the material standards. It is not that lengthening of the life of the standards. It is the precipitation of a drop container. Produce the bacteria and fungus growth is there. So we are adding. आप अचार में क्यों पड़ता है आपका acid या तेल? So that bacteria fungus should not grow. So you have to add acid so that there should no fungus grow. So it should be checked by that one. These are the different type of the containers, and the best one is your polyethylene low density free radical one is used. So there is a continuation, apparatus is not documentation. Whatever you are doing, you have to document it. In that nobody can say I never use the filter paper or filter paper putting in your pocket of the apron. Have a notebook in your, you note down whatever you are doing that one. So traceability is already told that traceability is very important in that one. So the laboratory, you must have laboratory notebook, analytical balance and volumetric transfer, laboratory safety, error analysis, concept should be clear, terminology should be there, equation of data, experimental design is there. Then review of solution chemistry, units should be checked, concentration of calculation should be checked, stoichiometry is checked, balance chemical reaction is required. So this is the volumetric one. You have already known that what type of the volumetric is required. Mostly it is for the problem with the when oxidation reduction is there, because acid and NaOH and other things are a problem. So just you see, if you are doing with that potassium dichromate,
and KMnO4 is there. Just you put in that formula and 2 KMnO4 is equal to 5O. So you know that how much it is required?
ऑक्सीजन के लिए कितना ऑक्सीजन चाहिए आपको? याद है आपको?
इससे पहले आप ये एग्जाम्पल देखिए. So this is that 2 KMnO4, 2 molecular weight of KMnO4 is equal to 5 into 16, and you got 16 is there. So अगर 2 को आप जस्ट कैंसिल करोगे तो 8 हो जाएगा. तो 8 के लिए आपको कितना चाहिए? 5. तो 8 के लिए मतलब
8 ऑक्सीजन के लिए 8 ऑक्सीजन से आपका है ना 8 ऑक्सीजन से जोड़ना या 8 ऑक्सीजन रिप्लेस करना. इसी तरह क्लोरीन के लिए आयोडीन के लिए 127 है.
तो इसलिए आप इसको अगर आप करोगे तो 5 से डिवाइड करोगे तो वैल्यू विल कम 31.606 एंड इट इज दैट केमिस्ट्री आप 7 के लिए भी अगर आप करोगे तो मॉलिक्यूलर वेट 3 to 16. अगर 8 के लिए करोगे तो दैट शुड बी डिवाइडेड बाय द 6. So in that way you can find out the equivalent weight. That ferrous sulfate is given there. Then your iodine, sodium thiosulfate is there. Iodine. How much it is required? 2 molecular weight of the sodium thiosulfate is having that iodine. That is 2I. 1I is required to be the 1 molecular weight. So the equivalent weight of the sodium thiosulfate is equal to that molecular weight. So how to convert to ppm normality? ppm is equal to A divided by molecular mass into 10 to the power minus 3 the normality. You can convert into the normality in the ppm to the normality. And normally the question arises in the mind that how to find out the molarity of the acid. Molarity, purity of acid, density of acid divided by molecular weight into 100. So one example is given that your nitric acid 70 into 1.413 divided by 63.01 into 100 it is 15.7 m. So if the water is available, you can find out the molarity of the acid. So convert a percentage of ppm, that is the A into 10,000 multiply that कर दीजिए आपका परसेंट उसमें निकल आएगा. And earlier आपने देखा होगा कौवा जो है कंकड़ डाल करके पानी को ऊपर लाता है. अभी चेंज हो चुका है. कौवा का इसका यूज करता है. That means you have to not to contaminate any samples by using your old theory and old mind. So you have to think. Achieving that one, अर्जुन ने नीचे देख करके आंख मार दिया था. क्यों था? Knowledge gained by the group, practice, patience, getting confidence herself, himself to IQC, internal quality test by doing appearing in the different examinations and appearing the some examination and challenge. अगर चैलेंज को आप एक्सेप्ट नहीं करोगे तो अपनी कैपेबिलिटी आप जज नहीं कर पाओगे. आप जिस समय एमएससी पास कर लेते छोड़िया करते मैं तो एमएससी पास हूँ. तो पास होना और एग्जाम में बैठना ये बहुत बड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस दे देता है. एंड नेवर से I cannot do this, I will not do this, I will do, I will achieve. You will achieve maybe having the 10% marks or the 100% marks. So we are the success of that adequate trained, interested and committed staff, common sense, these are the practical procedures, willingness to admit and rectify mistake. गलती मानना बहुत जरूरी है. अगर गलती नहीं माने तो काम नहीं सीख पाओगे. Effective communication to that your students, your colleagues, your teacher, your boss, so that you can learn something. And another is that I always say that housewife and the chemist are having so many similarity. Housewife have the solution of all the problems and the chemist have the solution of all the problems. So I won't think that anyone of like that, not like this, but like this. And any questions from your end? Any questions? कोई क्वेश्चन आप लोगों को पूछो.